Now, former Miss Pune contestant Twisha Sharma's death case has taken a dramatic turn after an alleged audio tape involving her mother-in-law and retired judge Giribala Singh surfaced online. The audio, which was not being independently verified, reportedly captured a conversation with Twisha's brother, Major Harshit Sharma, where questions were allegedly raised about Twisha's past relationships and personal life. Now, according to the claims made by Twisha's family, she was subjected to emotional harassment and repeated attacks on her character inside her matrimonial home. In the alleged recording, controversial remarks comparing past relationships with transactional behavior have further intensified the row. Twisha's brother has also reportedly heard confronting his mother-in-law over humiliating comments that were in fact directed at his sister. Meanwhile, Giribala Singh has allegedly defended a line of questioning, saying she had the right to ask such questions after marriage. The tape has now become a crucial part of an investigation as Twisha's family continues to demand strict action and a deeper probe into allegations of mental cruelty, dowry harassment and domestic abuse. Twisha Sharma has been found hanging at her matrimonial home on Bhopal on May 12th, and the case has since snowballed into a major legal and public controversy between the two families. Now, for more on this, I'm joined in by my colleague Sneha. Sneha, this particular audio clip that has been released, of course, it has to be verified independently as such, but it leads to the understanding that there was a lot that was not right between Twisha and her mother-in-law, and probably that is where she had been alleging that there was mental torture that was carried out and that she felt trapped as she sent that message to her friend.
Varghese, this is a very disturbing audio at so many levels. One, of course, it's important to say that we don't know the context of this audio. Every conversation has a context and a pretext. We don't really have the context to this audio. But if we put it in the larger picture of what's really been happening and how Major Harshit himself went public, for a serving army officer to do that press conference was very telling. It doesn't happen usually. It doesn't, a lot of permissions have to be taken for that. And one of the things that he did ask during this press conference was how can the in-laws make these allegations and character assassinations on his sister's dead body. Now, if you look at this audio conversation as well, it's very disturbing exchanges that seem to be happening about the mother-in-law talking about promiscuous relationships, the mother talking about extramarital relationships, the mother-in-law asking, can the daughter-in-law, can Twisha be trusted? The family, the brother, putting their foot down and saying, how is it okay to be talking to the daughter-in-law like this? Who talks to a daughter-in-law like this? And the mother-in-law, who is a retired judge in this particular case, standing by what she has said and saying that it is her right to be asking what she did. I mean, this is not a conversation that usually would be part of a healthy
Right, Sneha, right. We have
ecosystem.
that audio with us. Let's listen to that audio and we'll come back to you.
If you have slept with other people, was there any point?
Who asked this?
Amongst distribution?
I didn't say slept with anybody. I said
Did you
kind
do-
of intimacy.
Yes. Did you do it for a favor? Did you do it to get some monetary benefit or some favor?
When was this done? Sundo. What is the context? She was saying that he keeps accusing me.
This is-
She says it's a very foul word and it's not the way it's used. It's not to be said, he said and he never said that. But I don't know, he said and we said, we don't know. But otherwise also I said, look, I have worked with Reshampura, Gwalior, I have worked with prostitutes. Some people do it out of compulsion. उनके पास जीवन का और कोई जरिया नहीं. Some people sell their brains, so they earn. They are also selling our brains, and so we earn. Some people sell their bodies, so they earn. There's no problem. But some people do it to earn, to climb the social ladder. Is there any such thing? So she said, never, it's never happened.
So,
And I said, any other thing that even after the marriage, whatever has happened has happened.
right.
But will you waver on these aspects? She said, no, it's nothing. I said, it's fine, then you come like an open slate.
So it was a speculation from her end.
Mm-hmm.
Why was this question? There was speculation, suspicion, whatever that was there that you wanted to clear.
Sneha, very uncomfortable questions seem to be asked by the mother-in-law towards Twisha, and the same issues again being raised with regard to it with the brother himself. So clearly this could point towards something, and as you said, there's a context to this entire thing. But when it comes to the current accusations that have been put forward by the family and allegations, and also the probe going in a particular line, this audio seems to be pointing towards something, right?
That's right, Verghese. In fact, what is really coming to the fore is, of course, an issue between the husband and the wife, and that needs to be looked into. The husband is on the run. He's been on the run since his wife was found dead. So the husband is on run. He is an advocate himself. Now there is a bounty for 30,000 rupees that's been announced for him. That itself is very unusual. It just shows how hard it is for the police to get to him. And this is a retired judge's son, a practicing advocate, who's really at the who is doing this. So big questions around this. The other aspect of this, Verghese, is of course the mother-in-law, the retired judge. The way she has engaged with the media. One, she's a retired judge. Two, the manner in which she got her anticipatory bail. Many people, including senior IPS officers and lawyers, have pointed out that it's been very fast and it's been very unusual for a case such as this. The third part is how she has come out and openly, brazenly spoken about things about the daughter-in-law and about her family and about the daughter-in-law's character and what she called was a twin personality. And one would assume that even if Twisha's parents, her brother, were on the wrong and were on the distressed side, the mother-in-law, being a retired judge, would have held her head high and spoken very differently and held herself publicly very differently. A lot of questions being raised by people of eminence, of repute, on her behavior in public, considering that she had received anticipatory bail. She was out on anticipatory bail, and her statements to the media would definitely be seen in the light of influencing the case. So a lot of these things that have played out in public domain is not just the dirty linens being washed, and not just a very unfortunate account of how a marriage has ended, how a young life has been completely snuffed out. A lot of red flags that really, Verghese, seem to have been ignored in this particular case. Repeated SOS messages and calls for help saying that she was distressed that seem to have not been addressed. Or maybe the family tried for things to work out, as it would be in the Indian context. And then you, of course, have this audio of the retired judge, mother-in-law, that has come out on the fore. Quite a condescending language, not the usual language that would happen in conversations with respect and dignity. As we said, we don't know the context of this, but definitely, Major Harshit asking in that, who speaks about their daughter-in-law in such language? And these were the conversations that could have happened before the marriage. It didn't. I mean, this is not something you ask your daughter-in-law while she's in marriage and in your house. Verghese is very disturbing.
Thank you, Sneha, for in fact joining us with all those details. Moving on, the Bhopal District Court has rejected the application filed by the parents of Twisha Sharma for a second post-mortem by AIIMS or any other certified medical body. Judicial Magistrate First Class Aundita Gupta rejected the plea, stating a re-post-mortem requires convincing evidence that is essential to uncover the truth and that minor procedural lapses aren't enough. Now, the court noted that the first post-mortem was conducted at AIIMS Bhopal, a premier institution. Its videography was done. There's no record of collusion between the accused and the medical team, and evidence collection is ongoing. However, the court did accept their prayer for preservation of Twisha's body under -80 degrees Celsius. Meanwhile, the family of the deceased Twisha Sharma has issued a press note raising several serious concerns and demands in connection with the case. The family stated that they have filed an application before the competent judicial magistrate seeking an independent second post-mortem at AIIMS New Delhi to ensure an impartial and scientific investigation into the circumstances surrounding her death. Now, according to the family, the sole objective behind the demand is to bring out the truth and maintain public confidence in the investigation process. The family has also urged investigation agencies and concerned authorities to preserve the call detail records of multiple mobile numbers, tower locations, internet logs, social media details, emails, WhatsApp chats, digital metadata, and other electronic evidence to ensure a fair and transparent probe. Now, 33-year-old Twisha Sharma was found dead in her husband's residence on May 12th. An FIR was filed against her husband Samar Singh, who is a practicing advocate, and a mother-in-law who is a retired judge of the Bhopal District Court and is currently serving as chairperson of the District Consumer Court.
मामले में पुलिस भी जांच पड़ताल कर रही है। भोपाल को पुलिस कमिश्नर संजय कुमार जी हमारे साथ हैं। सर, इस पूरे मामले में अभी तक समर्थ की गिरफ्तारी नहीं हो पाई है। कितनी जांच टीमें आपकी बनी हुई है, कहां कहां ढूंढ रही है? परिवार कह रहा है कि देखिए 8-9 दिन हो गए हैं, अभी तक कुछ पता नहीं चल पाया।
नहीं, हम तो पूरी कोशिश कर रहे हैं जल्दी से जल्दी गिरफ्तार करने की। हमने इनाम भी बढ़ा दिया है, तो देखते हैं। कोशिश यही है कि जल्दी से जल्दी गिरफ्तार कर लें।
जो सीसीटीवी कैमरास के फुटेज सामने आए हैं उसमें भी सवाल उठ रहे हैं कि ट्विशा ऊपर जाती हुई तो दिखी है, मगर उसके बाद का जो फुटेज है उसमें सीधे ट्विशा को 3 लोग नीचे लेकर आ रहे हैं और उसमें तरह तरह की चीज़ें जो चल रही है कि टाइमिंग जो है वो भी एक तरह से उसमें चेंज है, 8:30 बजे का समय दिखा रहे हैं। क्या कुछ सच्चाई है इसमें?
देखो, ये सीसीटीवी फुटेज वो सब का हम एक्सपर्ट के पास भेजते हैं उसके प्रॉपर एग्जामिनेशन के लिए। एक्सपर्ट की रिपोर्ट आती है और वो हमारे इन्वेस्टिगेशन का हिस्सा होता है। अभी तो ये है कि कुछ लोगों ने सीसीटीवी अपनी पर्सनल कैपेसिटी में देखे और कई तरह के सवाल उठा रहे हैं। उसमें एक्सपर्ट की रिपोर्ट आ जाएगी और एक्सपर्ट की जैसी रिपोर्ट आएगी उस हिसाब से हम कार्रवाई करेंगे।
7 लाख रुपए ट्रांजैक्शन की बात ट्विशा के ससुराल वालों ने कही कि भाई आप डाउरी की 2 लाख रुपए की क्या बात कर रहे हैं, हमने तो 7 लाख रुपए ट्विशा के अकाउंट में डाले। उन्होंने ये भी कहा कि इसकी भी पुलिस ने जांच करनी चाहिए कि ट्विशा ने 7 लाख रुपए किसे दिए। कोई इन्वेस्टिगेशन में ये चीज़ आई निकल कर?
7 लाख रुपए किसने दिए?
गिरिबाला सिंह का जो परिवार है, उनके पति समर सिंह ने, उन्होंने दोनों ने मिलकर ट्विशा के खाते में 7 लाख रुपए ट्रांसफ़र किए, ये उन्होंने कहा। और उन्होंने ये भी कहा कि पुलिस को इसकी जांच करनी चाहिए कि ये पैसा ट्विशा ने कहाँ दिया, कहीं कोई उसे ब्लैकमेल तो नहीं कर रहा था। तो आप लोगों के इन्वेस्टिगेशन में इसको लेकर कुछ आया है?
नहीं, तो डाउरी डेथ का मामला है, तो पैसे के जो भी ट्रांजैक्शन हुए हैं, चाहे वो विक्टिम और एक्यूज्ड के बीच में हुए हैं या जिस भी डायरेक्शन में हुए हैं, वो सब हमारे इन्वेस्टिगेशन का विषय है।
एक प्रेस नोट जारी किया ट्विशा के पिता नवनिधि जी ने, और उसमें कुछ नंबर्स उन्होंने बताए, मोबाइल नंबर, और ये कहा गया कि इन नंबर्स पर 12 और 13 को कॉल किए गए हैं। उन्होंने ये भी कहा कि ये तो बड़े लोगों को, जज लोगों को कॉल किए गए हैं। इसकी भी पुलिस को जांच करनी चाहिए कि ये कहाँ कहाँ किए गए, क्योंकि ट्विशा के परिवार को कोई कॉल नहीं किया गया गिरिबाला सिंह के द्वारा 12 और 13 में।
देखो, इसमें ये है कि इन्वेस्टिगेशन के लिए जो भी रेलेवेंट फैक्ट्स हैं उन सब पे हम विवेचना की जाएगी। अगर किसी के पास भी कोई ऐसा डॉक्यूमेंट है जो पुलिस को देना चाहते हैं और वो हमें रेलेवेंट लगता है तो उस पर भी हम इन्वेस्टिगेशन करेंगे।
और ये पोस्टमार्टम को लेकर जो चीज़ें चल रही है सर, इसमें क्या कुछ ज़रूरत है भी दूसरे पोस्टमार्टम की, क्योंकि जो किया गया वो एम्स से किया गया है, क्या कहेंगे इस पर?
देखो, वो तो इसकी परमिशन ऑनरेबल कोर्ट द्वारा दी जाती है। कल कोर्ट में इसकी सुनवाई हुई थी, तो कोर्ट ने केवल इतना ही पुलिस को कहा है कि क्या लो टेम्परेचर की, इतने लो टेम्परेचर की फैसिलिटी है एमपी में कहीं पे, उसका हम पता करवा रहे हैं।
अच्छा, एक ऑडियो, कथित ऑडियो सामने आया है गिरिबाला सिंह का और मेजर हर्षित का, उसमें भी ट्विशा को लेकर काफ़ी बातचीत हो रही है, सोशल मीडिया पर ये वायरल है। इसको लेकर जो ट्विशा के वकील हैं उन्होंने कहा है कि पुलिस को इसकी जांच करनी चाहिए, क्या ये सही है, और सही है तो फिर देख लीजिए उसमें क्या कुछ बातें हो रही हैं।
देखो, जो भी इन्वेस्टिगेशन के लिए रेलेवेंट है, अगर उनके वकील इस तरह की बात कर रहे हैं तो वो वीडियो या डॉक्यूमेंट हमें उपलब्ध करवा दें, हम उसकी भी जांच करवा लेंगे।
कल ट्विशा का परिवार मुख्यमंत्री जी से मिला, कहा गया कि सीबीआई जांच होनी चाहिए, मुख्यमंत्री जी ने भी आश्वस्त कर दिया। क्या भोपाल पुलिस सक्षम नहीं है इस पूरी जांच के लिए कि भाई सीबीआई इंक्वायरी की ज़रूरत पड़े, क्योंकि शुरुआत से ही आप लोग ये मामला देख रहे हैं?
देखो, हम अपना जांच पूरे निष्पक्ष तरीके से कर रहे हैं और कानून के अनुसार कर रहे हैं। बाकी चीज़ों पे तो मेरे लेवल पे कमेंट्स करना ठीक नहीं होगा, लेकिन हम अपनी जांच निष्पक्ष तरीके से कर रहे हैं और सही तरीके से कर रहे हैं।
एक आखिरी सवाल सर, अब तक इस जांच में क्या कुछ किया गया? क्या गिरिबाला सिंह से पूछताछ की गई? और जो क्राइम सीन है वहाँ पर क्या कुछ पुलिस ने इन्वेस्टिगेट किया? क्या क्या जब्त और किया गया है?
नहीं, वो तो हमने स्टार्टिंग में ही सीन ऑफ क्राइम को प्रिजर्व करना, फोरेंसिक की पूरी डिटेल्ड रिपोर्ट, वो जो भी वैधानिक स्टेप हैं हमने लिए हैं।